Uh, let's get this going. Hang on real quick. I have a announcement, technically. See if I can get this working at the same time. And it's time we got in to exploring with Valhalla.
Stick the curve on! Godfrey, you...
I hope you all like the music. This was something that, while it is AI generated, I will not lie and say it's not. It is AI generated. The tone, the lyrics, and all the stuff, that was me. I'm not musically inclined. So I have chosen to go ahead and do that, but I own up to it. I will own up. Yes, that's not. It is on Spotify because of the agreement Donna AI, the app I'm using, has with them. But I'm the one with the rights to this song. It is called March on Valhalla. And like I said, if you all want to listen to it at any time, it is available on Spotify, and you know, I don't mind. I don't mind anybody listening to it. I did it mostly just for the fun. It was locked, that means there's gotta be a key. Hmm. And if there's a key, there's gotta be a couple of idiots around.
Finish you!
There's another one of my songs actually, Plastic Warrior. I made that in honor of a little game called Hypercharge Unlocked. Given time, I will start playing that. I need to get better at it. I'm not ashamed to admit I need to get better at my games too. Hypercharge unbox, never subdued. He's a youth with loyalty pursued. He's a ghost, no one in the other suit.
So slow.
Hmm.
Rich
Let's see if I have any.
bring the crew.
I selected that. Sometimes the game does act buggy.
Come, help me with this.
Let's end this.
And both on.
Help me out here.
I hate it when bumps like that, bumps on the log, get you off guard. It's so annoying. You think you got it, and then nope. They just hit like a bump on the log, and then take that pot shot. Let's see what some of the other songs are that I have. Let's see now.
Help!
Why the fuss?
I don't know what he was doing up there, but you know what they say.
Together, lads, we have this.
That's another one.
Now.
Let's see what we can do, shall we? Diba. Oh, they're doing that little thing of hiding down there. Come on. trick. Really? You think a spear makes you strong? Let's see, what else can we do here? So we got... There we go, there we go, there we go. Now the question is, where's the key at? Because I doubt they just let you... Oh, they do let you straight in? That makes no sense right there. Well, that explains why. It's the wrong building.
Give me a hand!
Me being dumb, as always. Kinda not surprising. Why is the AI doing that?
Huh?
Don't tell me they're all caught up in the other boxes. That can happen sometimes, actually, where
Give me a hand with
it happens a lot where you can actually have like 7 chests at times, and each one of your allies will run to a different chest, and you're the only one that can move, and you'll find like the 7th chest, and everyone else will already be occupied. So they really can't run to you. So it kind of, it's annoying, but it also is realistic. And that was a god. Let's see what we can do here.
Hey, come here a moment.
And what I do plan on doing later on, I will admit this right now, I do not have a
Give me a hand over here.
membership with Donna again. Mainly because of just, I didn't know if anything would happen. This was kind of like a trial period. You know, and I made some really good music out of it. And if you guys like it, I'll continue to do it just so I can kind of stand out. If not, then hey, I'll just play the game and have fun my own way. I just don't want to do this. I just want to do the typical, you know, like, subscribe, hit the like button, blah blah blah, because that's, everyone does that, and it's, I'm sure you guys right now are like, okay, when's he gonna do it? When's he gonna do it? I don't plan on doing it because it's kind of like a stigma. To me, it's like a stigma. Everyone has to do it, even if they don't want to do it. They have to do it, and it's like it shouldn't be that way. It should be, you know, it's all up to you guys. Let's see, there should be a key in here, judging from what I saw. Oh, okay, I see how it is. It's locked behind here, and to get through there, you need to pop one of those windows. Okay. Ah, but they're guarded, so we still have to break it, and then hope you can get a clean shot, which is actually not as easy as people think. There are some places where they have that where you can easily get through, other times not so much. Select the key. Materials, perfect. Just need one more, and that's behind that gate right here.
Hey, come
What
here.
I am trying to do is, I have a game plan, and I apologize for coming into the game very late. Like, I already beat the main game. I already beat the Siege of Paris. You know, so it's like all I got is like Wrath of the Druids and that kind of stuff. But the current game plan is, if you look at the map, there are certain ones that are completely barren. The reason why is, I apologize about burping, is I'm trying to wipe the wealth out first, then go back for the mysteries, then go back for the artifacts. That way I can kind of checklist off, hey, this is what I've done. So instead of me running like a chicken with my head cut off, I kind of have a game plan. And I'm not just running around in one little quadrant of the map. I'm still exploring, learning new things. I might, you know, come across a Stranger's Quest I haven't done before, whatever, and I'll naturally do it. It's just, you know, and I'm sure a couple of you guys are probably like, hey, just restart the game. We want to see it from the beginning. I probably will at some point do a complete rerun of the game. But I spent, I think, about 100+ hours just goofing off. Not even caring about the story, not caring about the collectibles, just getting into squabbles, getting into fights, and just, you know, as they say, dicking around, you know, having fun. Because isn't that the point of a good game, is to have fun. If you don't have fun, then is it actually a good game? And I'll like, and I'll admit it. There's a couple of people that I follow that you know, obviously really high up in the gaming industry. Well, not gaming industry. Let me correct myself. Streaming industry, like Asmongold, Moist Critical, characters like that. And you know, they actually, you know, they are right. If you don't enjoy what you're trying to promote, and if you don't enjoy playing it, then is it actually worth streaming? Is it worth having fun? Is it worth enduring? Is, I think, the right way to say, is it worth enduring the gameplay? Like, you know, it's one of those things where if you are simply just streaming for the sake of, hey, I have a job, hey, I'm gonna make money, then your channel will suffer. Your channel will start to decline. I don't even have a channel. I only have 7 followers, and even I know you need to keep the audience engaged. You need to keep the audience coming back. But there's a key difference between being a good content creator and being your true self. If you forget your roots, if you forget what got you into streaming, like right now, yeah, hey, I'm streaming, and I mean, yes, I would love to get paid for it. I'm not gonna lie, I'd love to, but the odds are astronomical. So I'm doing it for fun. And Bad Piggy, don't all of a sudden get hostile at me for no reason and then run off. Come on, I know you want to fight me. Yep, called it. There's a third one? I didn't see a third one. Jesus, this is bacon central right here. And yes, I'm not used to doing parries on animals because I don't think you can parry animals on this. And if you can't parry them, then obviously I can't do anything because I don't, you know, obviously you can't parry them. So there's that. Diva. Let's see. What am I doing right now? Collecting. That's what I was doing. Because there's these two collectibles right here. I will also admit this.
This place is
I
heavily
was one of the
guarded.
people that desperately tried to defend Assassin's Creed Shadows. And the reason why
Interesting.
the reason why, and I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I support DEI, because I don't support it. Within reason, I don't mind it, like being able to play as a male or female. Yeah, hey, that's fine. I don't care because it still leaves me the choice to play male or play female.
I've seen bandits strike and flee
I'm
like
not
lightning.
being
This
locked
scene reminds
into
me
a gender. But if you, what's the right way to say it? If you try to force lock it, I guess you could say, or like if you try to make me, like if I'm playing as, like, for instance with Yasuke, apparently Yasuke is supposed to be gay. It's like, okay, I don't got a problem with gay people. I really don't. I'm not homophobic. I don't got a dang problem at all. But it's when you shove it down my throat that I got a problem. And I'm not even trying to be political. It's just, it's like one of those things where it's, you know.
Don't forget to write.
It's one of those things where it's like, I know people are probably like, oh, hey, he's an extreme rightist, or he's an extreme supremacist, whatever you wanna say. It's not even that. It is simply put, I have friends who are trans. I have friends who are, lesbians, gays, and all that stuff. And the difference is, they don't try to force it. Hey, I want to be treated as a regular, male or female, depending on where I'm transitioning, or, whatever. And those are the people that I respect, because you're literally telling me, hey, don't treat me as anyone else. Treat me as, who I want to be. Like, okay, I'm transitioning to being female. Treat me as a female. I'm transitioning to being male. Treat me as if I was already a male. None of this political stuff, because politics can get very messy, and it's not good, but at the same time, it's kind of like a necessary evil. And while I don't like politics, there are some that I know where it's like, you kind of have to say what you feel. And that's really all I'm doing, is I'm just saying, hey, I don't like the extreme, I guess you could say the extreme trend, where it's like, if you claim to be, for example, if you
I'm shouting at challenges.
I'm trying to think of the right way to describe it. Like, okay, if I say for example, if I go, I'm they, them. Okay, no, you're not, because you don't have proof. But then they don't have the proof. They don't have the proof either. That was actually a nice catch. Really, dude? Come on. Stop throwing stones. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Those stones hurt you, not me. But I found out technically I can use they, them, because I have DID. Which, for people who don't know, and you've seen the movie Glass or Split, congratulations, you kind of know what I got. I have dissociative identity disorder. And so I can officially go they them and be protected because, yeah, hey, that's me. But there are those that would go, no, you cannot do that because you have no proof. Yeah, I do. And I know that if, you know, if you pick off one of my altars, oh, he will let you know. He just prefer to say he because we are all male. And but that's the thing. I'm not one of these people going, oh, you need to worship me, because I don't care. Like, I don't mind, you know, telling everybody and teaching everybody about it, but I'm not going to be one of these people that's like, you need to worship me because of it, because that's toxic. That is toxic. And that's not what you all want. That's not what I want. That's not even what my friends want. My friends want to hop in, see me playing a game, and be like, oh hey dude, that was cool. You know, how about you try this next time? Or, you know, stuff like that. And I know that no one's watching this. I already know nobody's watching this because why would you? I'm a nobody. So I'm probably just ranting like a loon right now, but you have to start somewhere. And I'm sure that, you know, there's probably someone who's like, oh, he's, you know, again, someone's probably thinking I'm a loon. And again, I apologize. I had some coffee earlier today, and I kind of get the boops from it. But still, you know, hey, that's kind of the name of the game is, you know, when you first start out, you got to get comfortable talking. And I haven't streamed, and I think in almost... The last time I streamed, Evil Dead just came out. Which was what? 2021? 2022, I think? I think it was about 3 years ago. I haven't streamed since. Let's see, did I get all this? Yes, I got all of this on this map. Okay. That one's cleared. This one is cleared. That one's cleared. This one is not cleared. Okay, so mark that. Go here. And yeah, like I said, I know nobody's watching. I already know nobody's watching. But you have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. And what better way to start than by talking, you know, to yourself, or in my case, talking to my alters, who are listening and, you know, giving me thumbs up right now. And yes, I can see you guys. Stop it. That's a new sound. You have to start with you have to start learning how to just talking, learning how to talk, because the more you talk, the easier it gets. The easier it gets, then the sooner you can find your rhythm. The faster you get your rhythm, then you can find the timings of like when to crack a joke, when not to crack a joke, when to play music, when to stop and like check your phone. If you like right now, I'm actually using my phone to see when people comment. I'm looking into getting an overlay for the Xbox. I might not, depending on budget.
This area is off limits.
Or I might. I really don't know. You stop it. Night. I swear they're speaking Simlish.
on what I do, eh? Eh? Honey?
Okay, that's a good combo right there. Let's see. Really? Didn't think you'd go anywhere. Get your bad ass back here. Get your punk ass back here so I can take you down again. Ay, ay, ay. People always acting cocky, I swear. Right there, even me going to get your back ass back here. You know, that's me stumbling. I'm not used to it. I'm not used, because again, I'm literally coming off of a 3-year hiatus almost. And I didn't know I could go into vacation mode. I didn't know I could do a lot of stuff. I didn't know you could do it because no one taught me this. I'm doing this all self-taught. And to a lot of people, you know, that might be a dang problem. Did you just cook the pig? Dude, if you just cook that pig, can you give me a slice next time? Really? Come on now. There we go, Porky Pig. Good night. How does that not work? I don't get that. You can deflect using the sides, because I've done it before. Let me see. How do you do that? Come on. Come on. That doesn't make sense right there, because you can catch the arrow, shoot it back. I know you can do that. There's a way to deflect. I don't want to do the catch and fire. I want to see like, because I've done it off stream where you'll take the sights and you'll raise the blade and block the attack. And when you do it, you hear the ta-ting of the blade deflecting off. It is so cool to do, and I don't even mean to do it a lot of the time, but now I can't do it. I don't know if it's gaming jitters because I'm streaming. I don't know if it's, you know, just in general, me, because I just got to, I'll be honest, I just got to meet Mirage. So, that might be, I'm just out of practice, and give me time and I will do it. Sorry, that makes me think of a joke me and one of my buddies did. Well, I did, and one of my buddies found hilarious, which was I don't know how many people have seen Atlantis: Lost Empire. It's an old Disney movie. It's a really obscure Disney film. It was popular back in the day of like 2005, 2006, I think. Because I know it was just around when DVDs were becoming prevalent. And I apologize. I don't use that word very often, so of course I'm gonna stumble a little bit. But no, again, it was back then. It was a big deal, and I remember watching it, and one of my favorite scenes was Milo, the main character. He's looking at this huge statue, this huge pillar. And he's like, "Oh my God, this took like a couple thousand years to paint this, to chisel this out of the stone." And all the while, this guy his name's Vinny, really is he is putting dynamite around the bottom. And all I remember is, again, Milo doing the, oh my God, it took forever, and Vinny just grabbing him by the hood because he's wearing like a 1920s Parker, I think it was, or like a rain jacket or something. And he just yanks him away behind a rock and just blows up the base of this pillar. It just falls. He goes, "Hey, look, I made a bridge. Took me 5 minutes tops." And that stuck with me, and I don't know why. But we pre-ordered Mirage and got it the day it dropped, and not even Black Friday, I think it was. I think it was Black Friday, which was like a couple of days later after we bought it. So they had it on sale, and me seeing it, I went, "Hey, look, it's Mirage!" And it's one of those things you got to be there to get the full effect, but it's still, even though it's a recent thing, it still is something that shows that I can still have that witty banter, even though I know I'm old, if you will, because I'm 30. I'm 33, about to turn. Yeah, I'm 33. I'm about to turn. I'm 33. I'll be turning 34 next year, next May.
Time to die! Bleed you!
They don't know what's going on. Okay.
Away with you!
Really? I hate the obelisk guys in this. They play cheap.
Do your duty, men! Lads, there's work to do! Intruder! Come on! Get over here!
Get over here, okay. Hold your flag, dude. Don't drop it. I don't know if this is just American or not, and I don't wanna sound patriotic or whatever, but that's why I'm asking. Is in America it is classified as disrespectful to have the flag touch the ground. Which, I mean, I get, but is it just Americans that do that? Is it just America that does that, or is it other cultures? Because, I don't, if it's a lot of other cultures, then I can see how we would have adopted it. Because it's a respect, your people bled for the, your people bled for the flag, for your freedoms and that kind of stuff, and you not, showing support, I can see it being a bad thing. But if it's just, just America doing that one thing, then I wonder what other cultures is like the scene in Futurama, I think it was, where Zoidberg ate the flag. It became a big problem. And it's like, okay, that's disrespectful, but in his culture he's showing respect. Even though it's a messed up way, it's still him trying to show respect to, the flag. So my question is, what are other ways of showing respect? I mean, other than the typical, salute the flag or, things like that. What is other ways of showing respect? Mainly the reason I'm asking is I like to learn about other cultures, but ooh, head. That's gotta be a headache. That's gotta be a headache. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can have your flail back. I mean, my God. Which one?
Can't hold out much longer.
Good night. Can you stop that? Come on, people. Oof. Barely blocked that. Oh my god.
Hey, intruder, here!
I am not used to them using that. I'm not used to standards being used as melee weapons, because most of the time you wouldn't want to do that, because if you bloodied up the flag, because most of the time flags are used for symbols. So like coordinate, really.
Let's see.
If you bloody up the flag to where people couldn't see the symbol, you can't exactly rally. You can't, you know, get people to see the code, because hey, there's a bloody flag. I don't know which allegiance you're for. And I mean that can actually cause a problem, I'd say. Of like, again, let's say you have somebody down here. You two. Talk about overselling the kill. Jesus, permanently. What do you do? Watch WWE? I didn't even know they existed back then. But no, that's my point. Is it's like with the flag, with a standard, back in you know, medieval times, they served the purpose of squad formations and letting people know, like, hey, I'm part of like the 5th Regiment Lancing Division or whatever. I don't know. Lance. That would be Cavalry Division, I think. I'm not very caught up on old school military. I'm not gonna say I'm a historian in that regard. I do like history. I love Vikings. I love pirates. I am kind of a World War II nut, but I'm not like, you know, I'm not like what's his name? There's a guy on YouTube. I can't think of his name right now. And he works for the British Armory. And I love his content. And I don't want to say the wrong name because I do not want to show disrespect. That's why I'm not saying a name. Is I don't want to go, oh hey, it's blah blah blah, and I'm casting shade, because you know that's not polite. That's not fair. You know, he does his job. He does it well. He takes time out to, you know, on YouTube to educate people on how a game took inspiration from like an AK-47, which I think is a Plazzacloth, I think is how he says it, or like a gyrojet, how that became the Space Marines, you know, bolt gun. And it's like, it's one of those things where you don't want to show disrespect, because if you show disrespect, then are you actually showing, like, it shows you really don't. It's almost like an insult. And I'd rather show respect, because again, I watch his work. It's just, I'm not as, what do you call it? I don't really, why is it I was the wrong dang way? And it's, again, it is, I want to show respect. I want people to be like, hey, you know, it's more of the respect being shown than anything else. There you go. Was I late? Okay. A lot of people didn't know they actually have trouble swimming. I did kind of find that out. I don't know if that was, I don't know who told me that, but if memory serves, I was told that not many people back in, ooh, another player died. I like doing these because it's kind of that, like, you know,
Struck from
showing,
above. I've seen the
showing
Saxons fall
camaraderie
upon their
thing.
knees this way.
But I was told that apparently back in Anglo-Saxon times or Viking times, not a lot of Anglo-Saxons knew how to swim. I don't know if that is fact or not. I could have been given false information, and I will. There we go. I will own up if I am wrong. I do not hesitate to do that. Okay, that's the third one right there. Okay. That second one I did. Third one is here with the knife. But like I said, I don't know if the information is right or wrong. Because I am somebody who, hey, I messed up. I will own up to it. You know, I will do my dues if I have to make amends, because
Valhalla,
that was how I was raised. I was raised, you know, if you do wrong, you own up to it.
Can't do this alone.
That doesn't mean, you know, fall to your knees, groveling and begging for forgiveness. No, but go, hey, you know, I want to apologize. Whether that be a firm handshake with you nodding your head and saying, I'm sorry, I messed up, or if that's a public announcement. However, as long as you get through to the person, hey, you know, I did wrong, or I realized you were right, I was wrong, I own up to it, then, you know, it shows integrity. It shows that you're willing to show fault. You're willing to admit that you were wrong. And
Give me a hand with this.
really, I didn't say get out of it. And that's just one of the situations I'm like, is, you know, again with that. Why'd you just beeline me? That was weird. Most scholars run away from Vikings, not towards. And what was I going with this? I just had a brain fart. Bear with me, guys. But no, yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm not ashamed to go, hey, yeah, I messed up. I messed up. You know, can you forgive me?
Come, help me with this.
Because everyone's human. Everyone has different point of views. Everyone has different beliefs. Everyone has different,
Give me a hand over here.
again, going with, if you want to go with religion. You know, there are people who are Muslims, but they may not support ISIS, or they might be Muslim, but they are, you know, upstanding people, if you will. Or you might have people who believe in the flying spaghetti monster, for crying out loud. I mean, you know, that is a, you know, people believe in it. Okay, don't diss them. You know, don't. Because that would be like them going, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in Jesus. That would be an affront to you. So, it's, I don't want to say it's condescending. It's more of, I guess you say, respectful tolerance. You go, hey, I don't believe in your God, but I'm not going to sit here and go, no, there's only, you know, this God, because that can lead to fights, that can lead to wars. And I'm one of the people that I guess you could say is spiritual, but not religious. In that the way of what I mean is, like, where I don't do a religion. And I don't do any religion not because, oh, that religion is bogus or that religion sounds dumb. It is, if I don't worship a religion, technically I cannot, I can offend everyone and no one. Because it shows, like, again, me saying Allah. Just because I know who Allah is doesn't make me Muslim. Just because I know about, just because I know who Jesus is, or I know who Jehovah is, or, you know, your religious connotations, that doesn't make me avid, you know, hypocrite or religious fanatic of that belief. It's the fact that I accept, okay, hey, you know, most people believe in Christianity. Okay, you know, I don't. I might say I don't. Mainly because I don't want to cause turmoil. But the paradox is, by not supporting a religion, I can be causing turmoil inadvertently. But if I tell everybody, hey, I'm religious, like I'm not religious because I don't want to offend anybody, then it kind of is in a gray area of I accept all religions by not accepting all religions, I guess you could say. And I know a couple of people like, what the hell, you know, what the hell was you're being contradictory. And again, yes, I probably am being contradictory. But in a way, it is very contradictory of itself in the way that I'm trying to think of a good way to describe it. The military. The military is a perfect example. My brother-in-law is a Marine. Well, a former Marine. And, there used to be a feud between, you know, there used to be a rivalry between, like, the military, the Marines and the Army. Or the Air Force and the, I think it's Air Force and, Navy? Have a rivalry? I'm trying to remember. Because I know that all 4 branches have a rivalry with another faction. And like I said, you know, it might be the Marines and the Army, for example. That's one of the most famous ones. Just because they have a rivalry doesn't mean they won't back each other. They have a rivalry for the sake of camaraderie. It's kind of like
my hood here.
It's kind of like having a good rivalry with your brother or your sister. A lot of people have done it. That doesn't mean you hate them, but you want that healthy rivalry because it pushes you to be better. It pushes you to innovate and to improve and make yourself, you know, what do you call it? A better person, to be a better individual. So, if that's the case, is it bad? And in my opinion, no, it's not.
We're straight! We're under... Shouts!
Did I say you could ring the bell? It's not dinner time yet. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but that reminds me. I need to figure this out. I need to figure this out because it's been a question that's actually been bugging me. And that is simply put, how many? Because I don't know if anybody knows about the thing with Valhalla. I'm sure people do by now. I'm sure everyone's been doing it since it dropped, since it was updated. Which is the fact that you have a daily chest, and if you open the chest, you can get an item. I wonder how many weeks would it take of not missing a day, not missing a week, not missing before they take it offline. If they never if let's say Ubisoft never took it offline, how long would it take to get all the DLC, microtransactional DLC? I say microtransactional DLC because it's on the disc. It's in the game. It's built into the game. But how long would it take to unlock it all without spending a dollar? That's not including DLCs. That's not including like the starter pack. That's including just like the in-game store of like you don't have to go to Xbox, the Xbox store, PlayStation store, Steam account, whatever. It is just the in-game, like the Isu Night pack or the Dragon Warrior. I think it's Dragon Warrior pack or Dragonborn pack, or like the Draugr pack. How long would it take to unlock all of that if you played every day and you activated your daily every week, knowing you're gonna either get a tattoo, settlement icon, weapon, armor piece, whatever, what have you? How long would it take? And the reason why I'm asking this is because hi boy. I don't know what you're doing in the water, but I'm sorry, I had to do it. You would have drowned. You would have drowned. You were struggling to swim. But do you see the question? It is, how long would it take? Like, would I have to play for like 53 years to unlock everything in one game? Because
I should be.
I don't know a lot of people that could do that.
Not escaping me that way.
Oof. 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 I did not even mean to knock him back on the pedestal. Oh, I saw a video, and somebody made it was probably a while ago, but I just uncovered it myself. And I think it was called Free Roam Fixing. The free roam fixing mod or free roam master mod, something like that. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a mod for Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, and I think they also made it for 3 and the and Assassin's Creed 4, where
You'll be a puzzle.
where you had more mastery over your free roam.
Save you now.
And I know this is gonna sound stupid because I'm on Xbox and I'm talking about this. And so I know people are like, what the hell? I would love to find a way. Okay. I would love to find a way to get that mod to work on console. And I know that people are like, what the heck? No one's gonna use it. Really, dude. And I mean, I know it would be dumb, but it's just, other than Bethesda, I don't know of a lot of game companies that allow mods on Xbox. And I think, and like, granted, I know some people are like, oh, Xbox is probably the weaker console. And I mean, to some people it probably is. To me, I'm just an Xbox Thanks for dropping in. I know that I'm an Xbox guy, and I've been one since Halo. I'm not gonna deny. But if the mods were on console as well, I think that would give the mod makers, the mod creators, more love, and more love might make Ubisoft, for example, with the mod, or because it's still available as far as I know, it's still available. They might be like, hey, you know, why don't we ask to make this part of the game? You've improved upon it now. People would enjoy it more. And I think that'd be a good idea. Personally, I think that'd be a good idea. Another zany idea I have, and it's a way out there spitball. No one. I know. Ubisoft. If Ubisoft heard this, they'd be like, "What the heck's wrong with this kid, this guy?" I would love for them to do Assassin's Creed 1. But hear me out. I don't mean just Assassin's Creed 1, that's the end of it. No, I mean do Assassin's Creed 1 and then the PSP game, which I think was Bloodlines, I think is what it was called. It was, and people gave it a terrible score. I never got to play it because I didn't have a PSP at the time, and by the time I got a PSP, the game was almost impossible to locate, so I just gave up. Kind of like what they did with Liberation. How Liberation you can buy free for 360, or you could buy in the remastered of Assassin's Creed 3. Why don't you do that for Assassin's Creed 1? Granted, I know it'd be very old, it'd be very dated, gameplay-wise, but you just got done making Mirage, which in itself was a tip of the hat to 1. So use that as a launch point, use the Anvil engine, I guess you could say, unless they are shifting to a new engine. I think they might be going to the Frostbite engine. Unless they're only using that for games like Far Cry and Avatar. And I think they might still be using Anvil only for Assassin's Creed. Either way, whatever engine you use, and whatever engine you're gonna use from now on, make Assassin's Creed 1 better graphics, better responsive, make it more responsive, but use that same control style, the original architecture of the free roam build, but give us a little bit more.
I should not be seen in this area.
Try to minimize the delay, because there was a noticeable delay. And I did find out the reason why I'm doing this jump down attack thing is if you do that, I don't know if a lot of people know this or not, probably everybody knows this by now, I'm probably way late to the party, is it negates a good chunk of your damage.
No mercy, rats.
And the thing is, really? Why hide that? That wasn't even that bad of an execution. This game is so finicky at times. Of course, it could just be bad placement. What am I complaining about? I enjoy the game. Again, I spent 100 hours in the game, so why am I complaining? Of course, I also spent like 200 hours in Origins. But the thing is, what I'm trying to get across is how if you made Assassin's Creed 1 you could even name it something like Assassin's Creed Revitalization or Resynchronization. Um, go ahead and add the Bloodlines DLC. Like, make it a DLC. Don't make it a standalone game. Have it as a DLC. Because you're not lying. It is a continuation of the original game. Because you get to play as Altair, you get to do all this insane stuff. But you could also fine-tune it using the new architecture. Good night. And if you did that, then you'd have a lot more people probably being like, oh cool, I forgot about Altair, because a lot of people did. They don't want to remember their roots, and everyone's Ezio. I get Ezio's a good guy, I do. I get it. But the problem is, if all you care about is Ezio, then you don't see the evolution of how you took this wise, you know, I say wise, like he's a wise ass, I'm not gonna lie, who thought, you know, I'm this good, I can do no wrong, and then have him realize, hey, the creed isn't what I thought it was, it's more. Like, that is a good story. A lot of games have a good story. Excuse me, you got a headache? There. That should take care of it for you.
Now you go.
Yep, there you go. But that's what I mean. It's just like you can do amazing things given time. Like I said, do I support DEI? Within reason. As with any other regular person. I mean, hell, Asmongold even. I'm not gonna say he agrees with me. But even he said, you know, the typical male, well, I shouldn't even say male, because that's half the demographic. But a normal person, let me rephrase. A normal person with common sense will not have a problem with anyone who's gay, trans, or lesbian. We don't care. Like, you know, a lot of us don't have a problem with ethnicity because, you know, we just don't. And, you know, it's one of these things where the more it's a problem, the harder it is to fix. When the problem doesn't even exist. Like, I'm trying to think of a way to word it where it's not even where there's even racial or sexist undertones. I'm trying to think of a good way to word it. And see, that's the problem. Is I know that you know what? I won't bring up anything about it because I just realized this. The fact that the more I try to bring it up to justify, excuse me, the end of it, the more I'm promoting it. And that's not good. That's not good. You just gotta let it die. Just let it go. Let it be a leaf upon the wind. Let it be blown away. Because the more you let the wound fester, the harder it is to cure. I was gonna say something and I just lost it. Oh yeah, about Charlie. Moist Critical. I watch his videos. You know, I mean, who doesn't? He's a one of a kind guy, and I mean, you know, he's a great stand-up guy. I'll be honest. I just got into watching him. I just got into watching him. I don't know why I paused there. I think it's because I'm used to talking to one of my buddies, and I used to pause when I have a thought in my head. And I don't want to lose it. But that's not what you guys are here for. You guys are here to watch me play and be a dumbass. And I don't got a problem with that. But with Charlie, like I'll be honest. Like I said, I knew he was. I didn't really know much about him, and you know, I didn't know much about him because, like, I knew about Markiplier, and I knew about Jacksepticeye, I knew about, like, Quadtoons and them. I didn't know a lot about Charlie, because, like I said, I didn't really know of him. A lot of people in my friend groups never mentioned him either, so he kind of was unknown to me. I knew who Charlie was. I didn't know he was Moist Critical. And so I didn't even know he was Penguin Zero, I'll be honest. So after I found out who he was, it's like, oh, holy crap, okay, yeah, hey, I know who Charlie is, I will support him now. But the question I have, well, not even a question, it's more of an observation, and I might be the only guy here making this dumb observation. But does he not kind of remind you of Keanu Reeves? Not in the way he looks, but in personality. He's an upstanding guy. He stands for what he believes in. He's not afraid to speak his mind. He's not afraid to be humble. He's not afraid to go, hey, you know, if I made a mistake, then he'll own up to it. You know, that's just Charlie. That's who he is.
The guards here.
And I'm not saying this to brown nose. I'm not saying this because, you know, hey, I want clout or any of that stuff. No, it's none of that. It's none of that. Like with Asmongold. I'm saying them because I'm saying that about both because that's who I guess you could say they're kind of like the role models that I want to be. Not because they're very famous YouTubers. I mean, Jacksepticeye and obviously Markiplier, or very famous YouTubers. Everybody knows them just by name, but also in who they are. I don't think I've ever seen them change. Like, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way of like, oh, you know, Asmongold stopped playing WoW, so you know he needs to go back to it. No. Like you know, progression of the channel is natural, but what are you doing in the window? Lay down. But in the what I mean when I say they haven't changed is they may have changed the games. They may have changed their channels. Not name. I don't mean by name. I mean by like maybe different intro, different music, if they use any. Things like that. But the person themselves has not changed. And I honestly believe that YouTube needs to go back to...
Stop right.
Excuse me. I believe that YouTube should go back to that, where it's not the algorithm. It's not the meta. It is, hey, I just want to tune in to watch, you know, a guy. I just want to watch a guy play YouTube. I mean, you know, on YouTube, playing a game. Like again, Markiplier. He's a perfect example. He struck lightning. You know, he got lightning in a bottle. So did what's his name? Not Jacksepticeye. PewDiePie. You know, they captured lightning in a bottle, and they're not going, hey, I need to change who I am because of the meta. It is, I don't need to change who I am, because the more I change, the more potential damage it can do to my brand. It can do to me financially, emotionally, and even relationship-wise, it can affect you. So, being true to dang it, I missed that shot. I thought I had a quick shot. There we go. But again, just being true to yourself, I think, matters. Perfect example of a gentleman who I watch. I don't even have a I shouldn't even have an interest because I don't do what he does, but I support him. I watch his content every day whenever he makes a channel, and that is HoopGP.
Away from me.
He teaches you how to hoof trim. He teaches you how to hoof trim, for crying out loud. I mean, this guy teaches you about, like, you know, this is how you model the hoof. This is the axial wall. This is what a hoof also looks like. But his content is wholesome. He'll tell you about the dairy cows, you know, what they are used for. Hey, this is my old stomping ground. This farm belongs to my old English teacher. He kind of does a vlog, but also it's a mix of a vlog and a how-to. It's a mix of a vlog and a how-to. It is that unique. But the fact he works with his brother, I think it's one of his brothers and his brother-in-law? I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. But the fact that, again, it's wholesome. They have no problem laughing, joking around. They have no problem, you know, picking on each other. And they will even, if they need to, cut the stream short if it means, you know, taking care of the cow, because, you know, obviously you don't want a cow to suffer for, look at this video I'm doing. No, that cow comes first, because he's a hoof trimmer first, YouTuber second. And I think that's a good motivation. That's a good way of life. Is, you know, gamer first, YouTuber second. Of, hey, I want to show off this zany thing I can do in, you know, Valhalla, or in I'm trying to think of another good game. Mech Mechanic. I mean, I play Mech Mechanic Simulator. I don't know if any of you guys would be interested in watching, you know, somebody building a mech. Because it's one of the big niche things. I'd love to stream it. I'd love to stream it. But who would watch it? So maybe one day I'll stream it. Maybe one day I'll stream it. I'm sorry, buddy. I needed your leather. That's where it is. Okay. But I wanted to. I want to be myself, play my games, and while I would love to have a following, I know it's probably not going to happen for a while, but I was told you need, you kind of need to start somewhere. There was a saying, I'm trying to remember who said it. I don't remember if it was in a video I watched. I think it might have been a video I watched. But a gentleman said, what was that? But a gentleman said that if you want, like, okay, for example, you learn how to play the guitar.
Savaged.
Well,
Many
you can't
bites,
learn it in a
shredding
day.
the flesh, tearing side to side.
But
Wounds that
if you
wolves
pick
inflict.
up, if you pick up a guitar, you might be able to learn a couple of notes in a day. You might be able to learn a couple of chords in a day. But if you come back day 20, your hand positioning gets better, your fingers have gotten calloused. You might be able to do better. There we go. That's where I'm going. Or you might get better, like I said, better posturing. You might figure out that when your chords is off and you need to adjust it to make better music. To make the tones better. Or you may have realized that you accidentally, tuned it wrong. Come day 30, day 40, you've gotten a little bit better. Now you can probably play the intro to like Iron Man or something. Something very basic. Very basic. 50 or 60 days. You can get a decent melody. 70 and 80. You can get a good chunk of the song. You cannot do any song, but you can complete a song. Day 100, day 90 to 100, maybe even 120. You can play any song within reason. Day 500. I'm gonna jump all the way to day 500. You realize you can play any song, given time and motivation. That is the same way with streaming. That is the way of doing anything, whether it be in paint models of Warhammer, building Gundam models, doing Warhammer matches, building your own PC, doing streaming like I'm doing, trying to learn how to paint, trying to learn how to write. It takes motivation. It takes just doing it. To quote Shia LaBeouf, just do it. Just, no matter what you do, just do it. Just motivate yourself. Whether it is, getting up and going, I don't want to do this today, but I will do an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe. Maybe you want to get in shape, and you decide to go on a walk. 10 minutes later, you look back and you're like, okay, that was long enough. You walk home. then you realize, I enjoyed that. The next day, you do the same, you do the same, and you do the same. By the time you realize, how long have I been walking? You will look back and realize you've probably walked 5,000 miles and not
Your
once.
eyes been slain. Rest well, stranger.
And the reason why is you've started to get into a habit. And a habit can become motivational. A motivational habit can make you a better person. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will say adieu. And this will be the end of my stream for the day. And I hope in the near future to be able to talk with you all again and have new followers, new ears to listen to. This is West of Pest, and I am indeed signing off.